So I made the decision that I'm going to stop helping certain people now because I have done everything I could to help and instruct people and evolve them, just give them the new information. I'm not a coach, absolutely not, but people turn me into a coach. And even when I do give them the help, they do exactly the opposite, and they make sure they let me know they do the opposite like months later. So I'm just like, okay, I get it. That's fine. So I've come to terms with that there is no getting through to some people. They don't have it up here, what it takes to deal with what's going on. And so, I'm just, I'm just over it. And if they choose to engage with me again, I'm going to block them. Only because they refuse to take in new information. And I'm tired of having to say the same thing over again. But hey, it's when people are greedy, they want money, they want to have all the energy and the power and all this other stuff, and they don't want to change their lifestyle. They don't want to evolve, they don't want to feel anything, and they will not listen to any new information. And so I see that all over my world. I do, and it is what it is. But I do get tired of repeating myself, especially when I do take the time. And I give some people the benefit, like I swear, I give people the benefit of the doubt. So so here's the thing. Evolution, being a super spreader, is a good thing. I'm not talking at all right now, Masa. I'm kind of upset because I spent a lot of time with you and other people, and people refuse to listen to me. And so this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this. No matter what you do out there, if you don't want to feel pain, and I don't care who you are, you could be doing the J juice, you could be on the J juice mentality, whatever. If you don't want to feel pain, and you want to go out there and say, I don't feel anything at all, I feel nothing, it means that you are not allowing your body to be exposed to the environment. You're taking the J juice. You're taking the J juice as a cure. You should be feeling every single virus variant out there. Super spreaders are the ones that are evolving. The super spreaders are the ones that are actually evolving society. And guess what the system wants to do? They want to put the kibosh on all people who are evolving. That's why they have all the cures out there. That's why J juice has been used as a cure. And I told all of you guys, get off the J juice since you've been doing it. So I don't even want to hear it. I don't care. You should not be posting in my group, Masa, that you've been around 40 people and you were never accused of a super spreader. You've been out there, you don't feel anything. That is not the point, because you should be feeling something. And if you don't feel something, it means you're in a cured state of decline. I don't care if you haven't been doing it for 2 months. The fact that you're advertising that you don't feel any symptoms, okay, that you don't feel any symptoms, and you've been a group of 40 people, which means that those 40 people are working against you because you're not evolving. You're not feeling anything. You're supposed to feel stuff when you're out there, especially around 40 people. I'm around freaking 10 people and I'm down for the count dealing with the new viral evolution, and then I feel amazing afterwards. I don't care. It does not matter. There's new viral variants out there. It's not just the one that you had in 2019. There's the Delta variant. There's everything else. It does not matter. There are new variants out there. I'm done talking with you. So I'm going to block you now because I'm done with this. I'm done with this. You are promoting something in my group, and I say, you know what you're supposed to feel? Yes! When there is a new virus in the environment, hell yes! Sickness is evolution, but you don't seem to get that, Masa. No, I don't want you to love me. I don't want anyone to love me, because love is a manipulation. When you know you've done something wrong because you don't want to feel pain, like everybody else out there, I give my time to. And nobody wants to feel pain. They all want to promote how everything is great. But I'm telling you, people should be feeling, when I'm around 10 people, I feel the evolution and I welcome it. So anyways, I'm done. I'm serious. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. No, I don't want you to say I was complimenting. No, I don't want you to. The juice is not the thing anymore. This is about feeling evolution, not feeling evolution. And people don't get it. They want to be in a cured state of decline because, yes, that's what's optimal for them. And who's to say what you're doing or what not? I mean, you say you this or that, but you're not proving that you're off the JJ's because you don't want to show anybody that you feel any pain. Yes, you should be feeling so much pain out there from all these different viral variants. I feel it, and I feel the heat. I feel the coughs. I mean, I've had several different types of COVID, not just one or two. I feel several different types. And I constantly feel stuff in my environment. I purposely do not go out there with 40 people. I purposely do not go out there with 40 people because I don't want to feel that kind of evolution. That's so much mutating viruses because this is working through a population. I don't care if you swear you meant no harm. Nobody means harm, but when they choose not to listen to my information, when they choose to promote that you should be in a cured state all the time. And I've had so many videos out here. I'm serious. I have so many videos, but nobody wants to follow me. They want to go and make their money. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I'm over it now. I really am over it now. You have to say sorry so many times. It's like people make me out to be the bad guy because they think that apologizing, like I meant no harm. It's not that you mean no harm. It's that people refuse to take in new information. You know, the only time that they respond is when they see something that they think is going to promote when it's completely the opposite. And so I get tired of having to feel that kind of stuff. They jump in and out of my information, and then they post stuff that is completely the opposite of where I'm going. But they've been off making their money. It's fine. Hey, make your money. Hey, you should make your money. But I'll tell you this much: this kind of environment is so aggressive that you really have to feel a lot of different type. I mean, I can't even imagine being a group of 40 people. I couldn't even imagine being that's a lot of evolution. That's a lot. Holy shit. I mean, it's bad enough being around 10 people. And it's bad enough, it's bad enough going out there, in the grocery store sometimes. Certain places, it's like, I know I don't have to come home and recover at least a day or so from that. To not feel something when you go out there in an environment it's not bragging rights. That's what I'm saying people don't get, is that I've said, and John gets it, because you know what? John keeps track of my information. John never has to really say sorry. Neither does Bridget. Neither does, any other people really. But it's the ones that jump in and out of my information have to keep apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say this. Or, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Oh, that does get tiresome when you have to keep apologizing. At some point, when there is a disconnect, it means that you have to keep apologizing. So then if there's that disconnect, then it's time to just let it go. My juice is great for a very short amount of time. It's not meant to be a cure. It's meant to open up your ionic gates so you can feel all the retroactive evolution and then all the new ones coming up in the future. And there's going to be many. I'm telling you, there's going to be many. And I want you to brag about feeling shit, not about not feeling shit. Because it's great to be in a cured state in between evolutions, but I'm at home a lot. You know why? Because I don't feel like having to evolve to 50 zillion freaking people out there. And it's not going to win me any. Well, here's the thing. I've already put up all my walls and defenses because, first of all, I'm a super spreader. I'm evolving. If I go into a community with 10 people, with kids, with older people, who may or may not be, vectorized, I could kill them. So I'm okay with being on my own. And I put up these walls for a reason because I know that people can't handle my information, okay? My boundaries, as well as this new information around the new viruses. People are not equipped to those that are very evolutionary. that are very strong. Okay, so right now at this point, until people understand that pain is healing, they will not be able to handle people who are strong. They won't. They want to be in a cure state of decline, or just, I don't know, in denial, or they want to, just taking all their pills, powder, and supplements and just doing whatever. So this is very hard for those that are on the JayJay, because it is going to be the power in one. Yeah, I can go out there and hang out with 40 people, but I'm going to pay for it. Oh, but you don't have to pay for it. Just do the J juice. That's what people are doing. They're using J juice. I don't care. You said you weren't doing this in 2019. Well, why aren't you feeling anything? Oh, I just have, there's so many different types of variants out there. You know how many variants there are out there? It's not just the one that happened in 2019. There's one that happened in 2020. There's the respiratory side of it. And then there's also the feeling of tiredness and maybe irritability and bloating and heat. There's so much. Okay? And so bragging that you can be around 40 people and not be accused of being a super spreader and not feeling anything, that's nothing to brag about, because you should feel something. And when someone says they can be around people and not feel anything, I get what's going on. Now, they could say, oh, I haven't been doing JayJay since 2019. How do I know that's even true? People lie all the time. You should be feeling something when you're around even 5 or 10 people. In May, I was around about 10, 15 people at a birthday party. And I caught that variant. And so I couldn't go to different functions, but no one cared that I couldn't go to different functions. Hey, I'm sick. Okay, no, crickets. Okay, fine. I'll deal with this on my own, which I expected to anyways, but there's a reason why I couldn't go to certain functions. So now from this point forward, I really don't want to go to any functions, because I know that either I'll catch something or I'll destroy somebody else. One of the two. Okay? And I'm okay with the fact that I'm on my own right now. I'm okay with that. And it's going to be like this for a while, because I'm telling you, there are very vulnerable people in our family, in our friends, in our community, very vulnerable people. And even if I do get the vector, let's say I do get it, I'm going to drink the J juice and neutralize it anyways. I'm going to still feel the new evolution. It's not going to stop me from evolving. I'm going to still evolve. I'll still be a super spreader, so to speak. So I think the power is going to be in one. Okay, the power will be in one. It's not going to be hanging out with 50 freaking zillion people. I know, odd. Nobody, when you're sick, especially if you can't go to their event. So that's why I'm just like done with it all, because I'm just done with it all. Society's gotten really crazy. It really has. And, I do the best I can to help people out. I do the best I can to warn people directly or indirectly. I do the best I can to put down boundaries. It's still not going to be good enough, because I'm not abiding by what they want or what they believe in, or they come off like, oh, I'm so sorry. Did I say something wrong? Oh, Jesus. I tell you what, how many times people who choose not to understand my information, who choose not to and still want to do their own thing and promote their own thing, will always keep apologizing or say that, oh, did I do something wrong? And I'm tired of the manipulations. I really am. I don't think I could be any more clear. People make me out to be like some fucking, am I speaking another language? I mean, is there any common courtesy in this world? No, there isn't. So that's why this world is evolving in such a way that we're not all going to be evolving together. And there's going to be a lot of conflict. So I'd rather just take myself out. If I feel that there is any type of holy crap going on, I just say, let me just leave the scene, because there's no reason for me to be always in conflict. It's too much. It's like going out there in public and with 40 people, and there's so many conflicting programming. That's a lot of energy to deal with. Forget all the people's drama in their lives and whatever, but that's the viral energy that you got to deal with. That's the most draining. Sometimes I have to take a nap after I visit people out there, you know, in the community, whether I go to a store or go to like an auto body shop. It's the virus is draining. Well, imagine that at a macro level with people who hold so much residual conflicting programming. Then you have, you know, at times two. So I've become very comfortable watching Netflix, typing, writing, just looking within. Occasionally I'll give you guys like a, yeah, great, awesome. But I see the roles are reversed. And now we're not on the other end of like, oh, it feels great to be in a cured state. Now it's like, I hope you feel something. Tell me you feel something. I love the fact that John's like, hey, I have a throbbing thing on the side of my head. That's great. I've had that too. I know what it feels like. And then I eat steak to feed my brain. Yeah, I've had things that were painful and then they disappeared. Now, was it in a cured state? Well, once I get off the J juice for a while, the pain didn't come back. Okay, that's good. So that's probably, you know, all healed and all better. And then here, oh, here's a new viral variant. That's the barometer that you know that your immune system is working, is when there's new variants in the vicinity and you're going to be around them, especially at 40 freaking people. I feel the evolution. And sometimes I don't feel like going out there to feel the evolution because I'm trying to write a book. And so that's what the system is trying to do, is to get everybody to learn how to be on their own. And if you can't be on your own, then you're going to pay for it in having to repair or take rests and repair from that energy. Or they want you to be in a cure state of decline. Take all their therapeutics. That's why they're pushing the boosters and everything else. And so if you pride to be an evolutionary person, then you will pride yourself in feeling what it feels like to be around 40 freaking people. And if you pride yourself to not feel what it feels like, and you're taking all your different distractions and you're inebriated and or you're coughing all the time, but you're not helping your body or feeding the virus or recalibrating, then that energy is going to work against you. And this is what I'm telling you. No matter what, in physics, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And so if you take a therapeutic to induce your immune system to create B cells and T cells to go after that algorithm, that energy is going to be equal to the energy that you're going to be taking on a virus that's going to promote evolution. No matter what, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. That's Newton's law. That is Newton's like third law or second law. Okay, he has, you know, energy cannot be created or destroyed or something, or his first law is something. Now I'm forgetting the first law. Oh yeah, is it force equals mass? Something? No. What's Newton's first law? Oh yeah, what's at rest stays at rest. What's in motion stays at motion. Second law is force equals mass times acceleration. The third law is, Newton's third law is, for every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. So when you go out there with 40 people, that's 40 times the viral variance. It's going to be working against you. And if you're in a cure state of decline, that's energy being sucked out of you. Okay? That's energy being sucked out of you. And guess what? That crowd of people are going to cannibalize you because you're not feeling the evolution. You're not feeling the pain, and you're not hungry enough to feed it. And so when you're hungry, you're feeding it, you're going to feel pain. I feel pain all the time when I'm around a lot of people with a lot of different variants out there. And I feel the heart palpitations. I'll feel the low sugar or the sugar drops. And so I'm eating bread. I'm eating everything under the sun. No, not doing J juice, but I am feeding the new viral variants. And I'm coughing. And I'm blowing my nose. And I am so proud to have mucus. I'm so proud to be in evolutionary status, triggering the first lines and second lines of defense. I don't pride myself to be a fucking zombie, but people do. And that's those in the old mentality of being in a cured state want to be in a zombie. And so when I see that that's still someone's mentality and they're trying to apologize yet again for misunderstanding, oh, I didn't mean to say something wrong, the broken record has triggered. And yeah, you got me triggered. And then I finally have to say, I'm putting the kibosh, I love that term. I'm putting the kibosh down on anyone that is not evolving in my group. And I can tell who, because there's only a very handful of you that are doing the J juice and reporting on it. And when I see the same reports and the same mentality, I know that I'm not getting through. I will never get through because that's not your purview is to be in a cured state in an ascension, not to evolve. Yes, if there is a lot of viruses in the environment, you should always feel sick. So that's why you stay home and stay safe, because it's a lot of energy to deal with people and all their viruses. Okay? And so, yes, you better feel something when you're around 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 people. And if you don't, you're a zombie. So, but I knew there's a way I had to articulate, especially with the whole thing with it won't matter what you do, whether you get a vector or not, because the energy from being exposed is going to trigger an immune response of apoptosis, and the energy being exposed, if you're not vectorized, of promoting evolution that you can't handle it, that's the same energy. The body still is going to either promote or demote evolution, and that's equal. That's why it's not going to matter what you do, because the same energy is being promoted on both sides of the equal sign. Because the antibodies, no matter what, are being triggered because of an action, and the triggering is the reaction. The exposure is the action, the triggering is a reaction. The outcome, it doesn't even matter what the outcome is. It's still equal energy. So do you have what it takes to handle the energy? Some of you are being sucked dry because you're in a cured state of decline. And some of you will buy time because you're by yourself, not doing J juice, or have ever done J juice, not really eating because you're on all your diets. And so when you stay home, you're buying time, but the environment is still aggressive. Yes, it's not as aggressive as if you were to go out there in a crowd of people, but anyone who is like highly immunocompromised or elderly and been recently vectorized and they go out to a crowd of people, especially with the new variants, maybe they got a vector for the current variants in the environment, but let me tell you, it's going to mutate. And you're seeing new people are going to be getting new vectors in September and October. The system is setting up. It's having its progressive mutations. So keep getting boosters until there's nothing left. And you don't do anything, it's not going to matter because you're on your anti-GMO diets and on your organic diets and starving yourself. So even those who are all anti-whatever, anti-food, anti-therapeutic, anti-everything, they're not going to handle it either, because they're going to be in a cured state because they're taking their turmeric and their honey and they're starving themselves until there's nothing left, or they have an event they can't survive from. So I'm just like, I'm okay on my own. I think my husband kind of figures it out, Either way, there's no getting around drama of viruses and drama of people. Not in this state of our economy and the state of people's decline. Drama doesn't discriminate. And so what I do to lessen the drama, I just take myself out of the fucking war. I'm done with all the drama of the viruses, and I'm done with the drama of the people. And so here we go. I'm on my own again, and I'm fine with that. I love my husband. We'll hang out together with my dog. If people still accept me for being who I am, saying what I say on Facebook, that's great. More power to them. If they think I'm an idiot, it's okay. You now have an excuse not to invite me to anything. And I'm okay with that too. I want people to like me for who I am, not because of what I can give them. If that is not on the table, if who I am is not really what you agree with, then I guess this is where we're at. But at this point right now, it's better that for me, evolving in this society, I have to stay away because there's too many vulnerable people in my world. Too many of them. And I do like them, and I do love them on some level. I have disagreements with people all the time because you're gonna. But I also know that not everybody can handle evolutionary energy, and I have a lot of it. And I'm going to continue to have a lot of it because I do nothing to suppress the evolution. And it's part of my DNA. And if that makes me a dangerous person in body, mind, and spirit, then I will be on my own for a while when you think about it. But I can handle it. That's the thing, is can you handle being on your own? And many people cannot. So their lack of independence is also going to do them in. If they have to be around people, they have to be around drama, they have to be around activity all the time, they will find a way not to deal with it, but the body will still work against them. So, I'm telling you, the power is in one. Pip and Neo and Matrix. Caroline Pip was talking about Neo in the Matrix and how he pulled that spider thing. That was a virus out of his belly button. They actually vectored him a virus, the Matrix people, whatever. They were telling you something with the Matrix revolutions. I'm like, holy shit. But remember, physics will always have a hand in what's going on with all the boosters and all that stuff. Yes, Christina. The boosters are going to let you know what's all going on. And physics is, it doesn't matter what you do, what you don't do. If you don't have what it takes to handle the energy and you're not feeding your body and you haven't recalibrated, it won't matter if you don't do the vector or not, because the energy in the environment is still the same. And then where you go will then be the difference on how fast or how slow that de-evolution process is going to be. So if you fancy yourself a social butterfly, that's going to kick your ass. The social butterflies are going to be the ones to succumb to all of this because they cannot escape thermodynamics. I just get tired of dealing with the evolution, so I just stay home. But that's what you're in for, guys. That's why it's not going to matter what you do unless you're doing the JayJay's mentality and you feel every single viral variant and you take pride in it. All right, bye.